So you want to be a content creator, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you feel stuck right now, like nothing is working. This video is for you. Hi, and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Mila, and here I share all things lifestyle, fitness, and content creating. So happy you're here today because I've been wanting to do this video for a while. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe before you go and hit the bell for notifications. So just jumping into the video today, guys, I feel like there is a lot of misconceptions still about what it means to be a full-time content creator, what it means to be an influencer nowadays, what steps you need to take, where to start, and all of this stuff. So we're going to be covering all of that in today's video. I do want to preface this by saying that I am not a person that has hundreds of thousands of followers by any means. I just want to be upfront. You are watching someone that is currently growing and seeing a lot of growth on different platforms. So I thought I would make this video because I've watched these videos that you're watching right now. I've watched so many of them. And there's a lot of things that I wish I had known before I got started, things that I wish I had figured out or tried or been implementing. You know, I've seen most of the growth on my social media. I'd say in the past year and a half is when I've seen like a lot of growth, and I've been posting online for years, guys. Like, it's not even funny. Maybe it's a little bit sad, but I've been posting for a long time and I didn't really take it seriously, like genuinely, if I'm being honest with myself and with you, until about 2021, 2022, and here we are now. I have my notes here because you guys know that I love to take notes and just make sure that I cover everything in this video that I had planned. My brain sometimes kind of goes like everywhere, so if you're one of those people, then you feel me. But I will have my notes here just to make sure that I go over everything. So the first question that I get asked a lot, or that I ask myself for a really long time, is how do I get started? And you know, you probably have asked yourself that question, like, what is the first step? What do I need to do to get into this space? And I'm going to be super honest with you guys. I'm going to give you the answer that maybe you've already heard in other videos, or maybe someone in your life has already told you, or maybe deep down you already know this is the answer, and that is you just need to start. There is no magical first step. It's not like, you know, if you're one of those people like me that you need everything to be perfect and everything to be set up a certain way, and you have to feel a certain way, and you have to look a certain way, and your space has to look a certain way, then you've probably, you know, held yourself back at this point from starting whatever it is you want to do, whether it's content creating or not. So that's the answer to the first question, and I really want you guys to start thinking about that throughout this video as we're discussing different things, because the only way to get started is just to start. So that's number one, guys. The next question that I see a lot of people asking, and I myself, you know, went back and forth, do I need this? Do I not need this? Is, should you have a niche? Should your content be niche focused? And personally, again, in my opinion, and just based off the growth that I've seen, I don't believe that you absolutely need to have a niche to see growth in your different platforms, to be able to just start in general. I don't think you need to have a niche from the beginning. Should you just be uploading a bunch of random things? Probably not, but hear me out. So I, for example, love sharing just so many different parts of my life with you guys. If I have an awesome workout, I'm like, oh, I should upload this because someone else might not know what to do at the gym and they might like it. If I cook something for my family, I'm going to share that with you guys. I'm like, oh, this is really easy. Someone else might like this. I'm going to share it. If there's a product that I try, a restaurant, a place I go to, etc., I love to share that. So I personally do not have a niche. I tried in the past to be solely fitness because I am a online trainer. However, I just felt like there was so much more that I wanted to come on here and share with you guys, with my community, that I didn't want to limit myself to just sharing fitness things. So I will go ahead and put my social media here for you guys. I have a couple of different pages depending on what you're into and why you're here in this space with me. So don't feel like you absolutely need to have a niche. Now, if you have like a specific talent, like you're really great at cars, tech, beauty, hair, nails, makeup, whatever it is, then of course exploit that, use that, start with that. And then later on you might find, you know what? Actually, I really just want to share bits and pieces of my life, or I only want to share this, or I want to do comedy skits, or I want to, whatever it is that you want to do. Don't feel like your content is not going to do well if you don't have a niche, because I broke my head trying to figure out my niche, trying to figure out my thing for a long time. And I just realized that kind of everything is my thing. Like, I like to share different things. So don't feel like you absolutely need a niche. Okay, next up, this is really important. Pay attention. Do you need to create a schedule for content creating? I know it's kind of like a tongue twister, but big yes on this one, guys. You really do need to set a content creating schedule, and here is why. Most of the time when you turn on this camera, you're not gonna want to do all of this. Trust me, like, you really want to be doing this, right? And you're at work for hours at a time, and then you come home and you're like, man, I really wish I could do XYZ, and then you don't do it. And you know, this could just be like me. It doesn't mean it's you, but a lot of the time the self-sabotage talk and the low self-esteem stuff really gets the best of us. And we're like, no, tomorrow, or when I finally get that camera, or when I get the thing from Amazon, or when I get the backdrop, or whatever it is that you feel you need to start, right? Like we were talking about. And it couldn't be further from the truth, guys. Basically, you need to create a schedule, and you need to hold yourself accountable to it, because this is a job. It's like a full-time job, you know? And if you see it like that, and not in a bad way, like maybe how you see your current job, like you might dread it, you might really love the industry you're in, you just might want to do this on the side. I don't know where you're at, right? Not in that sense how you see it, but you need to take it serious. You need to be responsible with it. You need to be disciplined and committed and consistent. So all those things can only happen if you have a separate schedule somewhere you can see in your agenda, on a little board, on the fridge, in your bathroom, wherever it is that you can see it and say, okay, today I said I was going to make one TikTok, or I was going to finally vlog that thing that I've been wanting to show, or I was going to take a picture of my breakfast, right? I was going to film my dog, or whatever it is, again, that you do. And you can just cross it off your list, and slowly but surely, it's going to feel more and more normal to you. Because trust me, sitting here alone in my room, talking to you guys through this lens, still doesn't feel normal to me. But I'm just really happy that I'm here right now and I'm doing it, because I said today, Wednesday, I was going to sit down and do this for you guys. So I definitely believe in having a schedule. I think that even if you don't stick to it the first couple of weeks or months, it's just good to get into the habit, because guess what? If you do want to do this full time, you're going to need a schedule. All right, the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is defining your why. And this is something that I actually haven't seen in all of the different videos that I watched for a long time, because I feel like maybe for some people it's really easy. For me, it wasn't. What do I mean by defining your why? So why exactly do you want hundreds of thousands of followers, right? At the end of the day, why do you want a big platform? Why do you want to upload these things? Is it because you plan on giving back to a charity? Is it because you just, like I said, it's a hobby, you have fun, it's your escape time, or you have a talent you really want to get out there, you want to get sponsored, you want to work with XYZ brands? What is it exactly that makes you want to do this? Because it's not easy to come in front of a camera and bare your soul and be yourself and upload something and post it, and then no one sees it, or you get a lot of hate comments and online bullying and all this stuff. It's not easy. So if you don't have your why defined from the beginning, it's very easy to lose hope and kind of lose motivation and just kind of give up. And maybe you start and then you stop, and then you start again and you stop, which is what I did for a long time, because I didn't know why I was doing this. All I knew was that I liked it, and hey, might as well, you know, I'm here and I can upload this and I know how to use a phone. But what if this is something that doesn't come easy to you? You know, you guys wouldn't believe the beginning of my YouTube journey, what my videos look like. And this might be a little bit cringy to you, I don't know, but the beginning of my YouTube journey was tough. Let me just say that. And you're more than welcome to go back and look at that and see where we are now. So define your why and take some time to think about it and really see, like, why do I want to show up in this space in this way? The next topic I want to discuss with you guys is nurture your community. Whether you have 5 loyal fans, followers, friends, community members, like I like to call them, or tens of thousands or 100,000 or whatever it is, right, that you have right now that you're starting with, or if you have 0, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you are nurturing your community. Make sure that you are taking the time to ask them questions, asking for their feedback, getting to know them by their username, going to their pages once in a while, liking their own stuff. Because I follow a lot of big influencers, you could say content creators, right? I really like what they do. I get inspired by what they do. But I will say that very few of them actually show to care for their community. And in this industry, honestly, we're nothing without our community members. So it's really important for you from the get-go, whether it's 5, like I said, 1, whoever it is, your sister, your family, say thank you. I know it might be like awkward because, like, for example, I have coworkers that will come and like my stuff and watch my stuff and I'm like, I see you at work, like, so like, but no, because nowadays it's so hard to find genuine support. I feel it's out there, but it's hard to find it and hard to keep it. So from the beginning, be that type of content creator, be that type of influencer that nurtures their community. You care about your community. I feel like that is something that is so underrated and not talked about enough in this space. So just make sure that you keep that at the forefront. All right, in all of this, you might be asking yourself, what equipment do I need to get started? Do I need a $100,000 camera? Do I need the tripod? Do I need all this stuff? The answer is no. I know that might not be the answer that you guys were hoping for, maybe not the one that you wanted, maybe you already ordered stuff. Congratulations, I'm happy for you. But somebody once told me, like, our phone, guys, our phone has a really good camera and it's only getting better and better. And now they have like microphones that hook up to your phone and all this stuff. If you haven't started yet and you have this in your hands, right? You have it there with you. And you think that by buying all this expensive gear that you're going to have to learn how to use. And it's not a bad thing, right? If you have it. But first start with what you have. And that's something that I truly believe in, because my first YouTube videos, I started with my phone. My first vlogs, and once in a while I will still shoot something on my phone, because these little things, they can do basically anything. I don't want that to be a reason why you don't start, right? I don't want you to be like, well, it's because I don't have the lens and I don't have the camera and the setup and the background and the room and the mic, because there's honestly so many different things that do go into content creating at the end of the day. But don't let that be a reason why you don't start. Now, if you know how to use all that stuff and you want to learn from the get-go and all this stuff, or maybe you already have it available, then by all means. But honestly, all you need is your phone, a phone tripod. Maybe you can get a light, a ring light on Amazon. All of these things are fairly inexpensive to begin. And honestly, at the end of the day, you don't even need that. You can just use like sunlight, a place in your room. Like, look at me, guys. I'm just here on my ground carpet in my room talking to you guys. And you're here watching with me. So do you really need all of that to start? You really don't, guys. So don't let that be something that holds you back to get started, okay? Okay, next on our list here is going to be brand deals and sponsorships. Now, this is a really big topic, and let me know if you want me to make like a separate video on this, and I will be more than glad to do that for you guys, because there's a lot that goes into it. But I will say that if you're getting into this space and one of your main goals is going to be with working with certain brands, or you want to get sponsored by certain brand, you need to make sure that the content that you're producing aligns with that brand and what they're looking for. So check out their pages, check out their website, check out the people they already have sponsored, right, that they're already working with, and see if everything that that brand is doing and the space they're doing it and everything like that, inclusivity, whatever it is that matters to you, the product, the ingredients, etc., it aligns with you as well. Because I found on this journey that I wanted to work with certain brands and for certain brands, but then at the end of the day, I found out that they're actually not inclusive. They actually don't offer opportunities to XYZ creators. So there's a lot of brands that are willing to work with micro influencers or small content creators, is like what I like to call it, which is what I currently am right now. And you just have to see if that aligns with you and where you want to take your platform. So first, I would say make sure that the content you're making it because you also genuinely want to make it. You actually try their products, you consume it, you actually use it in your day-to-day life. So that's something that I'm very big on, and you guys can go to my pages, and the only products I ever talk about are because I genuinely believe in them. I believe in the company, in the ingredients it has, and I use it in my day-to-day life. So as far as, discussing brand deals and how to reach out to brands and how to market yourself and all this stuff, the biggest one, guys, is going to be for you to be yourself. And that's what's so amazing about this industry, is that at the end of the day, you can make money just by being yourself and showing who you are. You shouldn't have to be someone on social media and then someone at your job. This is who I am. Like what you're seeing right now is who I am in person. Seriously, I don't, have to become somebody else when I turn on the camera. I might have to speak a little bit louder because I'm kind of quiet, but other than that, this is me. And again, if you look at my different pages, all of that is still the same girl right here that's in front of you guys. So just make sure that you're genuine and that whatever you're, putting on your platform is things that you believe in, okay? Now, discussing platforms. What platform should you be using? What platform should you be focusing the most on? Should you be on all of them? What are you supposed to do? So when it comes to platforms, I believe that you should be on the top ones, which are going to be Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Now, I've seen the most growth personally in the past year on TikTok. It's been like a lot of growth in the past year, almost daily, basically. I see growth on my TikTok platform. Do I feel like it's the easiest to grow on? Personally, yes, I do feel like it's the easiest to grow on. Does that mean that I don't post on the other ones? I'm not as active on the other ones? No. What that means is that I do something called repurposing my content. So repurposing your content means you took the time to shoot it, right? To edit it, come up with the idea, look pretty for the video, whatever it is. And then you only post it on one platform. So repurposing is you posting it on all the different platforms, right? And that's why you should be the same person as you are in person as you are online, so that people are not like, wait, like what's going on? Anyways, so I hope that makes sense, guys. If you're gonna post it on one, make sure you're posting it on all the other platforms, because you never know what platform you're gonna find your community on, your people on. So don't waste that opportunity, and make sure that you are on all the different platforms and that you have, I would say, the same username is a big one if you can get it, because that way, as you continue to grow online, people will associate that same username across all platforms. And they'll be like, oh, let me see if I can follow them on YouTube, on Instagram Reels, on YouTube Shorts, etc. So that's a big recommendation on my part, guys. Please make sure that you are repurposing your content. All right, YouTube family. So to wrap up this video, I do want to share just some last words of wisdom with you guys. And that is that at the end of the day, you can watch as many of these videos as you want in your room, on your phone, wherever you're watching this. And you can watch all of them and you can save all of them and just say that you're going to do this, this, and that. But at the end of the day, there's just no better experience in this than for you to just start, and for you to start doing it and start failing at it and getting better at it and seeing what you can improve on, getting feedback. And that's the biggest thing I want you to all take away from this video, is that sometimes we focus so much on the beginning that we just never start, because we're so focused, like we're right there at the starting line and we want to get over here, but we don't take that first step in that direction. And that first step makes all the difference, you guys. So just make sure that you promise yourself and you promise me that you're gonna start creating the content that you want. You're gonna get out there, you're gonna post the things you want. You know, there's something for everybody out there, and there's enough space in this whole industry for all of us. I genuinely believe that. So don't feel like everything's already done and you've already said it all. There's always an opportunity to reinvent yourself and try again and fail. And at the beginning, even if you don't do really well and none of your stuff goes viral, or you don't get to work with that brand you really dream of, it's okay. It's all a part of the process. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith, you guys. Please make sure that you subscribe before you leave, and thank you guys so much for watching. Also, I do want to ask you guys to drop your IG handle, your TikTok, whatever it is that you're using right now to promote yourself, to put yourself out there, down below in my comments. I want to follow you guys back. Thank you guys again, and I will see you next week. Bye!